Hello fellow gamers, it's Jay Dreamer, and today we're going to be going over hero lineups, and we're going to be using the Heroes Duel to kind of look at head-to-head battles and what was sticking out. So I'm using the recap from last week from State 865 and 594, and here we go, so let's get to it. Alright, so let's just take a look at, the brackets and just kind of get a feel for what's going on. When you look at this one, obviously this is a full sweep. 3 wins in a row, starting off with round 1. Basically, you have this opponent versus this opponent. Shows you the lineup. Obviously, this is for beginners. Those that haven't really looked at reports much. Those that have been playing a while, this is bread and butter. Obviously, gear is up here. You can see that they're using Dragon Master gear. You can see that they're both using dragons. One is a lower level. I do notice one thing in particular, that even though this is a lower dragon, they do have higher levels. It definitely affected how well that dragon did compared to this one. Not overwhelming. Hero to hero, hero to hero, hero to hero. El Cid, I'm not very familiar with El Cid, so I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit, but I can see 88k in kills, 23 skills. Pretty impressive. One of the things I'd like to also point out is when you go into the actual rounds, the thing about the initial brackets is you don't change up your order. It just basically keeps the same troop order, same formation, and it goes 3 rounds. When you actually go into the final bracket, each round you can change your lineups. That's something to be aware of. Here, second round. All right, so similar in kills, same lineups, similar results. One thing I would like to point out is in the unit attributes, the technology, we're seeing basically the technology is really where the primary difference is between unit attributes 257 versus 339. So there's technology in Advancing Soldier, Lofty, Art of War, Raid that increase those soldier might, soldier resistance. Tactical is the other area that I'm seeing slight differences in tactical technology, so 50 versus 56. Now, tactical is skills that enhance hero damage or kills or resistance or might. HP, obviously HP is across the board. It's not hero specific, or it's just really troops, making them stronger, harder to kill, able to take more hits. But yeah, I mean, as far as lineups go in this sweep, relatively the same amount of power loss for the opponent. The winner, same amount of power loss. So the other thing I'm noticing about these is that this player has dragons in every legion. Obviously a spender on that. When you go into these battle reports, anytime there's a frame around the hero, that means they are wearing a skin. Now that is a sweep. This is a sweep. Laman, Bleeding Steed, Warhammer against Laman, Warhammer, and Army Breaker. Consistently, they were going up against one opponent with gold gear, one opponent with dragon gear. Neither one of them have dragons. You can see that in this opponent, Laman only got 52,000 kills versus this Laman got 137k kills. Bleeding Steed, 4 skills off. Warhammer, 18 skills off. Army Breaker, 7 skills off, no kills. Warhammer, 16 skills off, 26k. This one is Laman's killing, and let's kind of take a look and see why that was so impactful.
In the air since 2004, you are listening to the Vocal Deluxe.
And full 8 rounds, so not a lot of quick killing, not a lot of massive damage. So this Laman right here, they basically received 41,000 in healing Skill kills. Really? 137,000 skill kills. I didn't see the skills activating. Alright, each round restore some troops for the hero squad and one other random squad of yours. Meanwhile, 2 squads will be subject to either of the following effects: skill damage taken, minus 10%, or skill damage dealt, increasing 10%, lasting 1 round. If the skill is activated, that would make sense. Let's see about this one. 40% chance to reduce 30% damage on the self squad and take 30% damage from the enemies of other 2 friendly squads. Damage, 50% chance to deal 63% damage to 2 random squads. Okay, so I believe it's this one, because this skill right here, which is Brutal Force, anytime Laman's squad takes damage, 50% chance to deal back damage to 2 random squads within the range. So that's how that skill's being activated, because when that skill gets activated, she's basically firing back. That's a pretty good effect. That's how Laman's being hit quite a bit from the opponent, but retaliation is gaining those skill kills. That's where that makes sense. Alright, so now that we know Laman's Brutal Force skill is what's creating that damage, let's take a look at the 3 rounds. So this is the 137k versus 52k. This one's 131k versus 44k. And this one's 91k versus 80k. So this battle actually shows this Laman performing better this round. So let's take a quick look at it. And what we're looking for now is any damage inflicted on that row, either this row or the opponent's other first row. That's where Laman is. So anytime they're going to be hit, they're going to be inflicting potentially 50% chance to inflict damage back. And it looks like they got hit. Boom, boom, boom. Right, got hit. Return to return. Got hit. Dodge, dodge, return, double hit. So we should see quite a bit of damage. Boom. Off of Brutal Force. Anytime. So even then, Warhammer hit Laman's and it still had a chance to inflict damage on the opponent, even from a self-inflicted hit from Warhammer. Let's jump over here and take a look at this. It's a sweep, all 3 rounds. Alright, so it seems every round the same effect. Same amount of power loss. Yep. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, because we got 112k and 181k and no dragons.
You can dance under the sun and rain. You can find pleasure in the
So Aslan gets a double hit.
Your song was beauty, and your last words to me were only love that remains. When there's nowhere left to go, when the fire inside burns cold.
Alright, I've seen enough. Let's go over and look at the report. Alright, so we've got healed 13k, hey. We've got healed 5k, so not a tremendous amount of healing. So most of it comes from damage done in skills. Let's take a look at our Slate of Ice. Obviously 250% increase, obvious. Let's see. Might and death. Might and resistance. Damage to hero squad is 25% less. When taking hero squad gains 30% might until the end of the battle, so it becomes extremely strong Alright, so make 1 or 2 random enemy squads enter burning state. Damage rate of 150%, lasting 1 round. When the hero squad takes action, deals an additional 350% damage to enemy squads in burning state. So that's a guaranteed every round that there's going to be 1 squad in that state, maybe 2. That's where a lot of the skill damage is coming from. Let's see about so that's the reduction. And this is a 50% chance to increase damage taken. So if we're getting Oblivion activated, it's increasing the damage taken by 2 random squads 30%. Aslan has the burning state. He has an additional 350%, and this damage taken by 2 enemy squads is now 30% more. That's effective. 100% chance to recover, so not a lot of recovery going on. My HP, good for HP. Let's take a look at Reaver. Okay, so again, Lilith is increasing that, and on those 1st round, 4th round, 7th round, sets burning status on 2. So Lilith is kicking in, plus this damage is kicking in, plus the hero squad gains 35% countering against cavalry. Oh, and there's another increase. All allied squads deal 50% more skill damage against burning if Flames of Truth activate. She puts them in status. Arslan puts them in status. That's a lot of burning status out there. Plus that 50% skill damage on top of that. Okay, that kind of tells you why this lineup is so desirable. This combination makes a lot of sense. Healed 3k. We've got healed 5k. Alright, last one of the lower brackets. So round 1, round 2, round 3. We don't have a sweep, but definitely strong show. So let's look at what we got going on here. So close battle. So obviously 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 2. Okay, so basically this is where it's different than the first 2 rounds. Okay, it's okay. So they seem to be all the same. 47k, 8k, 0, 0, 160, 182. This one. Alright, so this one was really different. So 20 skills for 213k. So Avalanche got shut down. 5 skills, 5 skills, 20 skills. So let's take a look at her skills real quick. Alright, friendly squads ignores 25% of enemy basic resistance. For the first 3 turns, this hero squad attacks lock onto enemy squad in the same position and ignores double the amount of resistance. Heavy killer on that. And that is Rainforest Duel. Absolute suppress. 50% chance after a normal attack to deal 350% bonus damage to target. 50% chance when the bonus damage is triggered on inflicts, so if it's under suppression. Okay, so just 1 turn each turn. So absolute suppression. So these are bonus attacks. So Achilles heel. So those 3 skills is what we're looking for to be activated. So let's just speed it up and take a look. So that was 3 attacks. 2 bonuses on those attacks. Three attacks. 3 attacks again. So she's getting bonuses Good bonuses. Yeah, you can definitely see how those skills are, when activated, kicking ass. Alright, let's just take a look at Warden. The effect can be triggered up to 3 times on a squad in a battle, but it's his own squad, okay? During normal attacks are disabled for the hero squad, but your back row squad gains a buff plus 1 normal attack per round. Warden's actually kicking in that additional, with Rainforest being in 3rd position, aspect of Tiger kicking in, that will definitely increase her damage with 1 more skill. So she was getting bonuses and another one when this was triggered. So good effect. So I see why Warden's important with that. Alright guys, that was just a quick run through. Hopefully that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, insight, information, suggestions, please reach out and let me know. I hope you have an awesome day, and thank you for your support. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues, man. J Dreamer, I'm out.